Man that do not go back against his what? Promise. And if he says he's going to deliver you, he's a man of his what? Promise. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And so understand this. This scene unfolds after Jacob left his father's house. His father Isaac's house in Haran. He left there after receiving the what? The birthright. Yes. As the what? Firstborn. As the firstborn. What was Jacob the firstborn? No. So he did that because we know the story where he stole that from him. What? Right, from his brother. But the firstborn always get an inheritance. It's a Jewish chain that always passed down to the what? Firstborn. And so Jacob, after his mother did what she had was to do with him, he was sent to his uncle Laban's house. Are you there with me? Amen. But understand this. Knowing what transpired, we are well aware that Jacob wasn't in position for the blessing. Yes. Who was supposed to be whom? Esau. But in terms of Jewish what? Tradition. Not in terms of what God has established, but in terms of Jewish what? Tradition. And so his mother stepped into the pit here for some reason that we are yet to identify. But I want to humbly suggest that God had already forgiven Jacob before he had the dream. Leaving from his mother's house, doing something that we would have considered to be W-R-O-N-G. But yet still, God delivered to him a blessing, saying that I will still give you this land unto your seed, although God knew that Jacob did it wrong. Yes. My Lord. Yes. What's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? God knew that Jacob, listen to me here, loved his mother. Yes. Aha. Do you love your mother? Yes. You all know mother and father are two different things. That love for your mother is something else. If your mother, watch me now, if the mother hit the father, the son and the children will stand still. But if the father hit the mother,
that's another story.
Oh God.
The son's son.
Trouble in it. You cannot afford to. And Jacob loved his mother, who is Rebecca, who waited 20 years for the birth of her son. 20 years she and Isaac waited for the birth of Esau and Jacob.
Long time.
And so some of us think if we have to hold on just a year or two, something is wrong with us. But there's a song that I love to sing to remind you that sometimes you got to wait a little bit. And the song that I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on the Lord. Look, I don't mind waiting. Look, I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on the Lord. Sometimes you just got to hold on a little bit for Jesus. The Bible says the race is not for the, but for those that endure to the very end. And so if somebody can go just a little bit faster than you, that's all right. Leave them alone, because you know you are still coming through. I am still in the race. I am still going to make it in the JES. I don't mind waiting. Just a little bit longer for Jesus. And church, I am just suggesting to you that there's something that you are looking for, and your breakthrough is just around the corner. Just say to Jesus, look, I don't mind waiting. I don't mind. Look, I don't mind waiting on the Lord. Look, I don't mind waiting. Hey, I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on the Lord. And picking back the story, Jacob believed that his mother could never do her wrong. As a matter of fact, he have never seen her done anything wrong before. And Jacob, as we know, is a commandment keeping what? Young man. And he knows the fifth commandment, Destiny, says, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long. Oh, you hear that? Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be how? Long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. And so Jacob says, hey, Mom, I got to keep this command. But in his heart he knew that he was doing something what? Wrong. Yeah, but understand that the mother had Jacob's best interest in her heart. And she said in verse chapter 27 of verse 8, now therefore my son, just obey my word as I command you. That's what she said to him. Jacob now starting to read the pressure that, hey, if I go before my father Isaac in this manner, I'm going to do something wrong. And if I do something wrong on my father, I will become a curse. That's how serious it is. You see, in the English-speaking part, we don't really acknowledge these things as serious. We believe, hey, I can say what I want to my parents. I can do what I want to my parents, and I will be all right. But sometimes what we are going through today is because of our dishonor. And our disobedience, and our stiff-neckedness, and our waywardness to our parents. We got to be careful of the things we say, and the things we do, and how we do it, and how we act it out before our parents, because God has given them the right over us. And so sometimes we pronounce our own curse upon ourselves by disobeying our parents. And Jacob knew, but yet still he was in a conflict and a dilemma. I'm supposed to obey my parents, but here now I'm supposed to do no wrong. And mommy, if I do this, I will become a curse. Watch this. Go to verse 13 of chapter 27. What's the seriousness that occurred here? From the curse that's supposed to be on Jacob for stealing his brother birthright. Watch it now. Verse 13 says what? Rebekah said to Jacob, let your what? Verse 13 of chapter 27. She said, let your what?